I think a good place to start for this conversation is kind of understanding and setting up a framework as to what hypnotherapy really is. Because I think for a lot of people, their understanding of hypnosis is like seeing the pendulum swing back and forth and making people cluck like chickens or end up with their pants down. But as I've come to learn, as we've kind of had discussions about this, it's so much more than that.
Okay, so I suppose there's a general, the difference is the stage hypnosis or entertainment, and then there's clinical hypnosis.
Yeah.
The stage hypnosis, I've never actually been, I've seen a lot of it on TV, but I've never attended a live show. I am interested, and before COVID, I was thinking there are lots of trainings in Las Vegas that you can go over, and I thought it might be fun to kind of see how they do it. But really, it's not my ball at all. It's not my department. Stage hypnosis, the trick is the showmanship, and they make it look like they're just pulling random people out of the audience, but they've actually pre-selected them. So that's the first thing.
Really?
Yeah. So
never would have guessed.
And it's called susceptibility tests. So there are various ones that are used, and they get the most susceptible subject or people that they can on stage to make good. And the people have got to want to be up there as well, and then you get a good show.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then is there kind of like a prerequisite as to someone's ability to be hypnotized? Like, is there a spectrum of...
Yeah, there is a spectrum. There are... the most susceptible people are called somnambulists, and they're kind of 1 in 50 or something like that. And I've had a few through my doors as clients, and you've got to be very, very careful. I am careful with whatever I say to my clients, whether they're in hypnosis or not, because suggestions are very powerful. For instance, if you go and see a doctor and he says something that worries you, you could go away for 6 months worrying about that thing the doctor told you. Do you know what I mean? It's a suggestion that can kind of cause problems. So, but a somnambulist is someone that you can literally just click your fingers and they're in trance.
Really?
Yeah. And
is that a genetic thing, or is that
I think it must be. To be honest with you, I haven't looked into the reasons why. They're not stupid people.
Yeah.
They're completely intelligent, normal people. But they're very, very susceptible.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other extreme on the spectrum, people that just can't. They don't seem to get, it sounds horrible, but they don't seem to have any imagination. So if I say to them, get a sense or a feeling that you're walking into a hospital, you can see, even with their eyes closed, that they're kind of frowning and they don't really get it.
Yeah.
So, excuse me.